Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to Backroads County. Finally got it right. Probably the only time I'll get it today. I'm just sitting here enjoying a nice cup of coffee early in the morning. 6 a.m. I kind of made a minor mistake. I kind of let Farming Sim run overnight and most of the day today. I thought I shut it down last night before crawling into bed. I must have been more tired than I thought because it definitely didn't happen. I got home, sat down on my computer, turned my screens on, and hey look, Farming Sim is already running. And I'm going, what? Yeah. So we are now in May. I don't know where we were at in the last video. I have not gone back to check. So we're just going to roll with it. And roll with it we shall. We had over $1 million. I bought a few things, one of which is staring right at us. We have a new spraying rig set up because I figured why not. We got our hands on a new dash trailer and we have a brand new John Deere sprayer, an R4045. We also do have a Case IH lime spreader, fertilizer spreader as well. I don't know if we'll be able to really use it with this by any means. I doubt it. We're going to go over to our other fields and we are going to get them sprayed. I know 2 of them for certain need it. Try to get some liquid fertilizer down. I'd rather spread manure, but I don't... Granted, I didn't check to see where our cattle are at in that regard. Considering I don't know where my chickens are at in terms of their feed either. Because, oops. So this semi is fully loaded. Has 800 horse. And we're still struggling to get up this little dinky hill. Yikes. But we are moving. I didn't want to go with something too crazy as far as a semi-truck for this, but I figured worst case, I can always swap out the trucks with one of the other ones. We don't quite have a semi-truck for every trailer. I don't really want to get to that point either, just because that's a lot of trucks and a lot of wear and tear that we have to worry about. It is kind of nice that if you think about it, that we don't have to worry about... Whoa! Sorry about that. If you are watching with earphones, I do apologize. I did not realize that car was freaking out. Okay then. We're just going to go and ignore that. I did not realize the Jake was going to be that loud. I will try to remember to adjust that in editing. Because that just blew my ears out. Everything's all nice and quiet, then all of a sudden, wow! I love the sound of Jake, but not when it blows my ears out. So yeah, this does actually make us an oversized load with the harvester, or not harvester, jeez. The sprayer on the back. But let's kind of get away from the truck there. Yeah, I'm not sure what the oversized sign is doing there on the back. We do have a tag axle. It's kind of to help with steering. I did have it down at one point. It didn't really seem to do much to help. It kind of hurt more than helped. I'll put it that way. But we have the truck fully loaded. Well, the trailer fully loaded. Well, the compartments. And then the fertilizer itself we have fully loaded as well. So we are hauling... Looks like... Yeah, not quite as much as I was thinking originally. But it looks like the gross vehicle weight at the moment, we're pushing around close to 40 ton. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. With the game kind of doing its thing, with the quick save, and the trailer looked like it was getting ready to tip. I know with stuff with the fertilizer or sprayer being fully loaded that could have been very questionable. It's possible it has made it a little top heavy. I think I may end up making a better access point for this plot. But it does work out for us. I do still wanted to build a few things over here. We have made a few additional changes to the farm. So I do want to make sure we touch on that before we end this video out later on. Let's go ahead and get these ramps folded down. So the unique thing about this while we're here is I can't really do it with the sprayer on. So we're going to go ahead and get this taken off. There we go. Hop on in. Okay. Let's carefully get backed out. Woo! That always makes me nervous. Makes my heart skip a beat. It's one thing to pull up on those ramps, but with as thin as they are, it always makes me very nervous. So, say we had to go back and refill. I mean, you don't want these ramps here on the side just sticking out. So there's a separate button to hit that it folds up the actual ramps themselves, and then folds it inside like so. So that way you're just like a normal semi driving down the road. You can head back to the farm, get filled up, or get filled with water somewhere nearby. And it kind of works out. I do like that very much. I've been playing around with this for at least a little bit. Enough to make it to where I can do what I want. And yeah, I do like the fact that they have this step there as well. Because just like we showed there, we needed it. So, we are going to... Please go forward. Actually, yeah. I know for certain these two fields back here that we recently purchased need another round of fertilizer. So I'm actually going to, before I do that, I want to check to see if I have crop destruction on, because I don't really want to mess with that right now. I know I do occasionally throw it in. Okay, I do have it off. I do occasionally throw it on just for the sake of something different. But I mean, at the same time... Okay, we do have the sprayer running. I guess this field is fine, given what we have planted in here, which is great because we're not using up fertilizer where we don't need to. Oh, looks like someone missed a couple spots. Let's see about over here. No, this is actually looking good too. Oh, nitrogen. I think it's saying the nitrogen is bad. Oh, nitrogen is good. I need pH. Duh. Yeah. Guess we need to go get our case and get it loaded up with lime. Hello, phone to you too, and whoever or whatever sent me a notification. Oh, downside is if you fold those up, apparently they don't fold back down. Oops. Let's hit that button. So loading this up, actually, I think for me is a little bit easier in first person because you have this line on the hood. Oop, went too far over to the right. And when we get up closer to the semi-truck, first of all, you have the 3 lights in the middle. You can kind of start to get lined up with that. Kind of like so. Yeah, something like that. And then you can kind of see there's the lines on the deck are kind of helpful as well. Then when you get up to about here, you have the middle part Kind of like that. Doesn't help when you're using a keyboard. But I found, you know, just kind of following that up and then just not touching your mouse or your steering wheel. So you get to about right here. Because you don't have to go far. Because as you can see, if we went too much further, we would have bumped our nose and would have made it that much more difficult. Come back here, we should have plenty of room to raise those up. Did I shut this down? No, I did not. Ah, yes, I did. Why did all of you stay on? You're supposed to turn off. Just making sure here. Okay. Sorry. Sometimes my ADD gets the better of me. I'll catch back up with you when we get back over the farm and get the case. Alright, so we are on our way back here to get our lime spreader. So I did away with the new shed that we had just built. Partially because it dawned on me that with the building I had there, and now this is taking the place of it because it's bigger and better, and it kind of fits more of the theme or the style that I'm kind of starting to go with in terms of this farm. We have the old style with the red sheds and everything, kind of being, you know, the newer style, like that shed back there, the new buildings back here. So this kind of fits in with that. Now what this is this is our new cow feed mixer, basically TMR. It is completely empty at the moment, but this is where we put all of our silage, hay, grass, all that stuff to make TMR. So this is where we're going to be. Therefore, I think the bales are going to start going away unless it's straw. And the straw we're going to be storing up there. So I'm going to be buying, if I don't have one already, which I think I do, basically a bale buster. So we can start, or I may just take these over there, drop them in, and just cut them open. So we can start making TMR there. And I think one of these, okay, so let's see here. That's seeds. That's solid fert, and this should be liquid fert. So I guess not. I may end up buying a silo. Well, actually, that's got plenty of capacity back there. Then we also have, I believe this is for the additive. So, and this is also our new line production. This is not working the best for me because I have to use a payloader, a telehandler, you know, something like that, front loader, to be able to get my stones into there that we get from the fields. I'd rather be able to take the stone pickup trailer, whatever you want to call it. This beast that's all torn to hell, that I'm gonna take some time, give it some TLC, get things spray painted, making it look nice and neat, so I don't have to worry about rust. I want to be able to take this when we have it filled or after doing field work and be able to just dump it straight in. I can't do that with this. As much as I like the look of this, I can't do it like that. And I tried even using, you know, something like this. It doesn't work. At least I haven't been able to get it to work. So this guy is going to be relegated mainly to straw bales, which is fine. So that's kind of where we're at right now. So I'm not going to take from here. I did have some remaining stones sitting on the ground. We just brought it over here and to get this going, or at least start to get it filled. So that's where we're at with that. In the meantime, I know I have a lot of lime over here in this one. So we are going to get it filled up over here and make our way back over there. So let's see how full we can get this with what we have in here. All right, we got a full load. Ooh, and I can definitely feel it. Let's get our fancy four-ways and our flashers on and take our time getting over there because we are now heavy. I think we're heavier than the semi-trailer setup was. Because it looks like, from what I'm reading, it's grand total of 43 ton. A little over 43 tons. Yeah, we are heavy. So we've made our way back over here. I don't know if you can tell, but I have kicked out the wheels just about to the point of being almost not legal. And the reason for that is because we are so heavy. I was finding myself having a little difficult time just being able to control this big heavy beast. So I kicked it out just a little bit, just to kind of help offset the fact that we are a little top heavy. So that is the reason for that. Turn all those lights off. Let's get these wheels kicked all the way out. There we go. And I'm pretty sure this should help. Not exactly what I want to do, but at the same time, we are kind of we took rocks, well, these fields, we didn't take rocks out, but we have been taking rocks out of the fields for obvious reasons. It makes it a lot easier when we are going through and harvesting, especially some of these crops that we have to basically scrape across the ground with the header. Those rocks make it very difficult to do the job because we end up either getting some caught in places we don't on our harvesters, or they just kind of break things. So, let's see here. See if it's doing anything worthwhile for us. It's not. It might be too late in the season. Oh, actually, it did help. It just might be too late in the season to really do much about it otherwise. But we'll get a spread of lime out here. Assuming this wants to go in the right direction. There we go. Alright, some areas look like it's going to be getting hit with some lime. So, it's not a bad thing that we're out here doing this then. I'm definitely missing a little strip over here along the side. Which is fine, we're going to cross over both and do... Ooh, this one. This one had a little blue there at the corner, at the edge. This one looks like it definitely is going to appreciate this, which is good. It should definitely help increase our harvest. Hey, come on. When we're this heavy, brakes are not a thing. Let's come out here and take a look. So we start off bad, and we actually kick it up to okay. I'm fine with that. Hold up. Expected yield, 78%. Yield potential, 89. Goes from 78% expected yield to 80% expected yield. Yeah. Could be worse. Could drop it. I think with the way we tend to prep our fields, I think will help in that fashion. We just got to do a better job of keeping an eye on our crop rotations. Only applying, lime when it's absolutely necessary. Try to take advantage of the fact that, certain crops like soybeans don't necessarily need an application of lime. Would it help? Maybe if it's really bad, but it just seems like, at least in the game, a lot of times it's going to say no, don't need it. So there is that. This is definitely helping in more than a few areas. I keep getting away from that side, trying to get as big of a swipe through everything that I can. And now we are liming some trees over there. I find it interesting that, like, where I'm at right now, where the actual tractor is at, isn't changing over here on my little mini map, but a small strip there along the left side is. Do I not have... Yeah! I thought I had that turned on. That is definitely helping. What I did, actually, is I activated the automatic application rate. I don't know why it wasn't on. I thought I had it on. But, yeah. So that's my bad. And basically what that does is it kind of, because of the all the different points that we've taken with our fields as far as samples and whatnot, it basically takes those and it figures out what the optimal value, depending on the type of soil. With lime, it doesn't really seem to care too much about the plants themselves, but it's more so dependent on the soil. So I don't know why I didn't think to look at that before I even started. Probably would have helped greatly. But I think we're definitely going to be going back over areas that we already did. And we are going to have to make a trip back, unfortunately, to get reloaded. We're at 34% and dropping pretty quick, so... That is my bad for completely doing an entire headland pass without even thinking of that. So... We're going to get to the edge of this field before we hit it? Yeah, we're going to get into the next field. That's fine. Yeah, that definitely helps significantly. And, I guess it wasn't too bad of a loss that we did it that way. It's just, it kind of makes me think that we kind of spread lime where it maybe didn't necessarily think it needed it in comparison to the way it was. But I am going to take a quick look again to see what the differences are going to be. It should be pretty drastic at this point now. Alright, we still got a little bit more. I want to run it completely empty so we can take advantage of our trip back. And while you can't see it on the map as far as where we've been with the second pass, I can tell on with the map. So now that we are out, so we go from over here. We are at 78% expected yield, 89% yield potential with the pH value of bad. To apparently this area hasn't been changed. Okay, there we go. It bumps up to okay pH value. 80% expected, 89 potential, to where we just did a second pass. Perfect pH value and expected yield and potential are still the same. Ah, good lord. Maybe it's just because it's been growing a little too long. I'm going to go make another trip, get this filled up, and I'll catch back up with you once again. Alright, we made it back in the field. We're just about at the point of where we ended. So let's get back to it. Now we have things set right. Ooh, looks like we're getting this done just in time. Looks like I just glanced at my phone here. Looks like there is rain in the forecast. And by phone, I mean the upper right-hand corner of the screen. Come on, I gotta at least try to do some sort of RP. Half the stuff I talk about, I kind of feel like I make up, but at least some of you guys do enjoy it, and I appreciate that. I know I talk about, wanting to join channels and, or, you know, get into a group with people to play. But unfortunately, my personal work schedule to allow me to continue to do this and, you know, not get thrown in jail for, you know, not paying on them, my bills or anything like that. You know, kind of makes the real world suck. So that stopped because that is where we started with it registering things. So we are gonna just cut across over here. And continue working these two fields. With this spread, it shouldn't take us too long. And I'm kind of glad that we have the option of turning off crop destruction. Kind of makes me wonder, you know, what Giants is planning for the next iteration of this game. You know, I hate to say it, but it almost feels like they're getting like the John Madden vibes. And that, you know, hey, let's, you know, every year, every other year, let's bring in a new game and let's make some minor changes to it, or this, that, and anything else, instead of trying to update the existing game. And they did it. They, you know, did what they could, especially during the, you know, the Rona stuff going around at the time for 22, getting that out. I think part of it, the reason why they may have pushed it like they did, is simply because they knew people would be home and would be able to play, and it might be a way to pass time, which for me it definitely did. Grant, I never had to stay home for 2 weeks or anything like that. I feel lucky, granted, I never did get, you know, checked. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had it a couple times, but considering between me and my roommate and my housemate, whatever you want to call him, we actually never have gotten each other sick. So we always take precautions whenever one of us is feeling under the weather. Man, we are going through this slime quick. This field definitely needed it. Both of these fields definitely needed this. I'm going to have to make another trip here. Probably close to the same spot where I stopped last time. But I think instead of making you guys sit through too much more of this, we're going to call the episode there. So guys, as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope you all have a very wonderful rest of your day, and depending on when I release this video, rest of your week. So, yeah. Keep in mind, I am kind of pre-recording quite a few videos to allow me to get them released in a timely fashion while I'm out of town. So, I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace!